live here at St James's Park. I'll just wander up out of the road so we don't maybe hear the lawnmowers so much. To get involved in the conversation, fingers crossed. Unlike 2 weeks ago against Fulham, I'll be able to see your comments when it's on that one. Live. Let's have a look at this. Got one like there. If you do join on, give it a like. I'll run through my thoughts on what we've just seen. So we can see some people jumping in live before I start chatting. See there's 5 of you guys on there, so you're starting to join. Bloody hell, my hair's all over the shop here. There's the behind us, the Adidas. Looks quite smart, doesn't it? The spider cam as well. You could spot that. It's very low when we're sitting down there at the bottom of the press box. There's my phone beating away. Right, I see. It's more like it. I always get a bit wary now. Anybody who watched the Fulham one 2 weeks ago, where the comments just didn't work because of the signal. I had complaints last week about the fuzziness, and complaints about the camera on my phone. It's not the phone. It was just the internet. These lives largely depend on the signal and the internet, and it isn't, as most people who've been to any football stadium around this country will know, they're not always the most reliable, even when you're on the club Wi-Fi. Right, so everybody jump in the comments there. Yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts to you guys on this. It's worth me giving a few thoughts. I would say that was the perfect answer to the issues that were showing up last week. At Fulham, it was probably, arguably, Eddie Howe described it as Newcastle United's worst performance of the season. This was by far their best performance of the season. They had to defend well, they had to be sharp in attack, they had to take their opportunities when they came their way, and they had to defend manfully and really be disciplined and rigid in a system where Manchester United and Manchester City are always going to probe you from every way, which way. I don't think Manchester City were great today, going to be brutally honest. I think they lacked something. I don't really care, because Newcastle United had to put in a top performance, and there was a lot of fanfare before the game from the fans with regards to Anthony Gordon, who's had a really tough season. Hasn't looked the same player. Wow. If this was Newcastle United's answer today to a tricky start of the season, not tricky, that's the wrong way of saying it, challenging start of the season with regards to performance and maybe not results, then this was Anthony Gordon's answer as well. Anthony Gordon really showed why he's loved so much at this football club, and it was nice to see him get involved as well. Obviously he gave it big uns in the corner after he scored, and rightfully so, but I seen he was giving a bit of he was grabbing the shirt, and I don't know if he did the kiss or anything, but it was nice to see that connection, because it's been something that's probably been lacking. His body language hasn't been great this season, to be brutally honest. I wonder whether he's been properly fit after what was a tough 2 years, which we've talked about many times on the Geordie Journals. That was a real return to a top performance. I thought Lewis Hall had a great game. Look, it was funny. Joe Linton had so many good moments and so many bad moments, and I thought Bruno was better today. Tonali in the second half came alive. He had 20 minutes where he was just on everybody. At that point when Newcastle got back in the game and looked to really put it on Manchester City. I'm trying to think of everybody else. I thought Lewis Hall, some of his blocks, his defensive work, which can always be called into question, because I don't really think he's a defensive fullback, weirdly. I thought his defensive work was excellent. I thought Kieran Trippier had a decent game, got caught a couple of times, but it happens. Thought his experience really told. Who else? Harvey Barnes was a little bit more quiet, not as influential as he probably has been this season. Jacob Murphy put in a really, look, he sometimes lacks the final ball and the final decision, but it's a structure that works when he plays, because he's disciplined and he'll double up and he'll tuck in. That's the type of thing he needed. But I thought Anthony Gordon led the line brilliantly today. It really suited him. It takes some performance for you to look at it and say, did we really miss Alexander Isak? And they probably didn't today. They might have. He's a top class performer. But maybe they didn't. I think it really suited him today, Anthony Gordon. And what I'm going to do is now, 122 you guys on here now, 10 likes. Do keep giving it a like. I'll come through to all of your comments now, and we'll get some conversation started, because I've said what I think. Oh, I didn't even mention Nick Pope's save at the end. It was an excellent save, so that was really good as well. Right, apologies if I haven't mentioned anywhere. I thought Fabian Schär was the two centre-halves did their defensive work. It was very obvious to see that Dan Burn was much higher up and Fabian Schär was much higher up. They were following their men rather than stepping off, which has probably been a bit of a symptom of the system this season. It worked. Tonali was really good in the second half, and like I said, Joe Linton really had a few moments. Gordon was the man. He really was the man. I kind of describe how happy I am for him to put that penalty away. And after, you know, the stand behind me, this stand here was full of, there was the AAG 10, there were flags over here at the Gallagher, paying tribute to a lad who's had a tough start of the season, but's got plenty cash in the bank, if you know what I mean. Plenty cash in the bank, because he was Newcastle's player of the season last year. And it was really good to see that connection again. I hope he feels that he looked like he did, because the crowd definitely felt it today. Right, I'm going to jump in the comments and have a look to see what you guys are saying. 133 you guys on here. I only see 20 likes. However, right, anyway, I'm going to jump in the comments and see what you've got to say. Because you've always got loads of comments. I'm just so relieved. Anybody who followed me the other week, I was literally talking to myself for 15 minutes. But luckily this time got some comments. Is Eddie, let's see if I can get you on there. Eddie Howe, do you want to get interviewed there? Just getting prepared for his interview. These are the little behind the scenes things you get when you go live. Anybody watching around the world who can't be here at St James's Park, this is the kind of thing that we do these lives for, just to give you a feel and a taste and a sense of home. We're here, and if we can always give you that little window back into a place that you love, I'll always do that, because I know I would have appreciated that if I was living elsewhere, as I have done in the past. Right, I'm going to jump back in the comments, see what you guys have got to say, because I'm always really interested to hear what your thoughts are on the game, because mine, I can talk as long as you want. You know me, if you watch your Geordie Journals by now, I could talk till the cows come home, but it's no fun when there's no one else talking back at you, so it's always good to get your comments. If you've got a question to ask, you want any opinions from myself, or you want to ask anything at all, nothing's off limits. Jump in the comments and I'll see if I can answer it. Nathan Page, highly informed, more like it. Right, that's a good point, really good point to start with. Jordan tweeted it out, and I actually really agree with this. Intensity is our identity was the one thing that almost has been used as a stick to beat Eddie Howe's team with this season, and rightfully so in many respects, because they've really lacked that intensity. It was back today, and it felt much more like it. I was really pleased to see that, because we know how good this team can be when it plays with that intensity, and it was good to see on today. Right, Nathan Page, thanks for that comment, mate. More like it. Aaron Slater, what a result and what a performance. Agree with you, Aaron, mate. Ben Marseille, has he got them comments tonight? I have, Ben. I was talking about this on Thursday night. Ben, friend of the channel, plays football with myself, Dom, and Jordan on a Thursday night at the Walker Dome, as we've done videos from there before. Comments are on. I'm really happy. It was not me who turned them off. I'm telling you, I swear, Your Honour, it was the reception. Geordie 2 for life. That's the Newcastle we love. Everyone played their part. Good shout, mate. Good shout. Paul Chollerton, to a man, we were bloody brilliant today, Liam. Good shout, Paul. We put the brake on the accelerator. It's a funny name, that one. Can you explain it? I don't know. You were in the comments last week. I don't mind. You and I opened a can of worms last week regarding 433. The Toon Review did a full hour stream on it. Right. Interesting. Today showed when you play with intensity, the 433 can work. So system wise, can't fault it today. They worked. They were working for each other. They put absolutely everything into that. It worked. Kalebi Girais, nice name. City on, so scary. We can get it these away. Well, I think they're probably a different prospect away from home, I'll be brutally honest with you. However, could have got at them today, and you know what, on any other given day, I think Newcastle can nick that game. I thought first half Man City shared it in terms of chances created, because Newcastle only really had that Joe Linton effort, which was a cracker, saved right at the death of the first half, but defended really well and just looked kind of, it gave hints in that first half that they can be back to, or they showed flashes of what they were. And then they really followed that with by pressing at home in the second half. More brilliant, I thought, in the second half. Lewis Hall, man the match for me. Great name and a performance to match. Of course, Lewis Moore. There you are. No, I think it was. I think. Can I give Lewis Hall the man of the match? I was seeing it with the lads sitting next to us, Lewis, to be honest. I was saying, like, I thought he was outstanding. He had a moment, he had a couple of moments. There was a few in the game, had unbelievable moments, and then little flashes of where they gave the ball away. Lewis Hall had that as well. But I think you can forgive it, because I thought defensively, and this is probably the weak point in his game, I thought defensively he was outstanding today, so it's a fair shout. Dean C, the feeling, the press, the love was back. Brilliant result. I can't disagree with that. I really thought it was. 189 new guys on here, 38 likes. Give it a like, give it a share. Do subscribe if you like the Geordie Journals. We always try and give what the viewers want, and you seem like this. Stuart Katz, deleting's cheating, man. What you retracting your message for? Stick it back in the comments. Sutty 79, fantastic performance from the team. Best so far this season. Let's hope they carry on the momentum and make it consistent. Let's not dwell too much. But that's got to be the next challenge. Wimbledon, they should, arguably they should win that on Tuesday night. I won't be doing it live after that game, actually, because I'm bringing my kids. I'm coming as a fan on Tuesday night, so it'll just be the lads doing a post-match video after Wimbledon. However, I'm looking forward to that, but the real test for me then comes, it's almost like not what you've done today, which was outstanding. You've got to look forward and say, can you really follow that up with something at Everton? Go and put in that kind of performance that you did today against Everton, and it's 3 points. I think if Newcastle play like this against most teams, then they'll get results. I just got put off there. I'm sure somebody shouted me in there. Didn't know if somebody did. Anyway, no idea. They shouted him Eddie. Where is he? Should we get him? Oh, there he goes. He's off. Fancy me thinking they were shouting my name. What a divvy. Anyway, what next? JJ, what a class game. Jules, great effort. We put the brake on the accelerator again. The next game defines how important this performance was. They must follow it up, or else it's meaningless. Yeah, I do agree with that. It's kind of what I was saying. Aaron Brophy, good game. I enjoyed that. I think Gordon was watching John Durant last week. Fair play to him. Manuel Hustle, Stamford. Manuel Hustle, greetings from Kenya. Greetings from Tyneside. Greetings from St James's Park. I always love to see in the comments where you guys are actually coming from. Oh, there's Callum Wilson. Can I catch him up there? Can you see that? That's Callum Wilson getting some photos with some fans. Greetings from Kenya. Greetings from Tyneside. I do like to hear where you guys are from. It's always interesting to see where you'll be watching the Geordie Journals from around the world. Shout out to anybody who's watching it from the house, round the corner, Australia, Scotland, America, Canada. 30 odd countries last time I checked, the last time when we were on, so do shout out, and I'll shout out where you're from. Blip 2012, we nearly nicked it. Good performance across the team, hopefully a turning point. Geordie Tune for life. I saw you and the lads on TV behind Joe Cole. I did get a text off my best mate actually saying, was that you sitting behind Joe Cole? He said he could see, he said he could barely get the glare off my forehead off the TV, but that's what mates do to you, don't they? Anyway, that was us just behind. Good to see. If anybody got a shot of that, do share it with the Geordie Journals, because that'd be interesting to see. Gary D, that was more like it, hard graft, and you could see the concentration on the lads' faces. Gordon was super. Dale, a Dolphin, top performance. Joe Linton, quality at left wing back. He was playing there for quite a long time, actually. Big win for Howard, say. I think so too. The Coral Mumpus, I like it. More like it from AG, not Anthony Joshua. That was a bad weekend for him last weekend. Anthony Gordon, 10. Murphy and Lewis Hall put in great shifts, and well done, Dan Byrne. Dean C. Gordon gave an interview after the game saying he's 90% there. It felt like it. It did, and it was, honestly, I'm so happy for him. Because I think it's fair to say everyone's been a bit frustrated by what they've seen. It hasn't looked like the Anthony Gordon of old did today. Really pleased for him, really pleased for him. Who we got? David Smith, deleting, cheating, man. Come on, we're open here with the Geordie Journals. Just fire it in. Right, where are we at? Graham Doherty, Tonali put a good shift in. Glad he finally got the start. Yeah, I'm pleased for him today. I thought he looked a bit out of, I'm going to be honest. He was playing right in front of us with Trippier next to him and Murphy in front of him. He wasn't great in terms of defensive shape in the first half. He looked a little bit lost, and Eddie Howe was screaming at him all the way through the first half, talking him through, making sure he got in the right positions. But second half, that like it lit a fire in him. It was weird. Like that second half, for 20 minutes, he was unplayable, and I want to see more of that. And look, that's what we've got to see. Until we see him playing games consistently, getting up to speed with the team around him and everything that works, and the way that the team plays and the system and the players. Until we see that on a consistent basis, where he gets 5-10 games, I don't think we're going to really see the best of him. So there was some good positive signs, I thought, in that second half. 176 of you guys on here, 52 likes. Can't shout enough. Do give it a like. There's also thanks buttons. You can put stickers, I think, and all sorts in the chat. Do that. It all makes the world go round. Who were we at? Study79. In his post-match interview, Gordon said his 90% getting back to his fitness, his best in fitness. I agree. Jules Hall was solid, reliable and grafted. Jackie Nicholson, Gordon got interviewed. We're all talking about Gordon interview. Jackie says he's 90% back to his best, and I do agree. Senshi Bat. I'm always funny. I don't know what. I'm always funny. I've seen people caught out with these things. I never know with these names. So do keep them simple. Don't try and catch us out, man. Anyway, on to the first. Take the fresh legs to Wimbledon. Agree. Paul Railton. Best performance this season by a country mile it was. We wanted a reaction, and we got it from top to bottom, including Eddie, who deserves some credit today for the way he tacted. I don't know what you're trying to say, but you're trying to say the way he set the team up. Yes, correct. Ali B won. Woohoo, great performance. That's more like it. Agree. Go Linton. Tonali was brilliant. I thought he was. I thought in the second half he was excellent. Ran out of legs, of course, in the end, but he was excellent in that second half. I want to mention something that there was a lot of talk this week about Yasser Al-Rumayyan actually being at the stadium today and potentially coming down. That was meant to be the plan. It wasn't here. I'm not going to talk about whether that's a positive, negative, something could have happened. I don't know. I have no idea. However, he was meant to be here and he wasn't. So there's a little bit of Geordie Journals info for you today. Dean C. Linton was so close to a red. He was class. Unit. He was physical today, physical and strong. Gave the ball away. The only thing about Joe Linton is I love everything about his game, apart from you do not want him getting the ball. Although he created the Tottenham goal. Yes, I get it. But those situations, more often than not, you do not want Joe Linton under pressure in those situations, because he's got a bit of a propensity to give the ball away, and he did it a few times a day. But I thought he was excellent apart from that, and you can't fault him. Blip 2-0-1-2 would have been great for Asula to come on. Thought he was ready to make it 2-1, but can dream. He did actually. Tyndall called back Asula and Almiron just before the 90 and never got a chance to get them on. So they were both ready just in front of us to come on, but never did. David Smith, hopefully this performance will silence the How Out Brigade, at least until we lose again. I didn't really see much of that How Out Brigade. I think there's a lot of people on social media make too much of that kind of situation. People almost want controversy. I think it is actually fair to critique. It doesn't always have to mean you're somebody out. So shout in the comments if you saw a lot of the How Out. I didn't see the How Out. I'm not spoken to anybody who said How Out. But I spoke to a lot of people who are critiquing the way Newcastle played, and I think that's fair to do. Jackie Nicholson, Jules, are you waving at each other? I have no idea. Blip 2-1-2, cracking penalty. It did look at it. I'm not seeing it again, but in real time, it looked like a cracking penalty. Geordie Toon for life, always full of comments, mate. Thanks a lot, and it's always appreciated. The only team to stop Haaland scoring in the league. Yeah. I mean, he had a couple of chances today. One header, a couple of bits and bobs. Nick Pope save here or there, but they did a good job of keeping him reasonably quiet, which isn't easy to do because he's absolutely lethal. Gavin Giles, Gordon was amazing. That's more likely, yeah, do. He's hands down man of the match for me. I know a lot of people are jumping into Lewis Hall, who I thought was excellent defensively today, which isn't his strong suit, but he was today. But for me, Anthony Gordon, after everything, all that's been said, all that's been done, I thought he was incredible today, and out of position largely as well. Dan Ewan, Hall, brilliant today. I agree. Tonali adds so much more to the midfield. J7 needs some wing mirrors, but that's what I'm talking about. Maybe the wing mirrors would help. Essentially, but J7 must be injured. He has the skill. I don't know if he is injured. I've seen some people saying he suggested he is. It's nothing I've heard from anybody at the club, so maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Blip 2-1-2, JL and Bruno back to form. Tonali great today. They all were impressed by Hall. John Gordon centre forward now. Isak left and Barnes right. I'm not sure the fullbacks would agree much with that, but you never know. It can work in games. JJ, thumbs up to you, mate, too. Thanks for your comment. Sutty79, hope Tonali injury isn't too serious. He had an ice pack on his knee after being subbed. He did. Andrew, NUFC, afternoon, Liam, what a bounce back performance today. Brilliant effort and quality shown throughout the match. Thanks for your comment, mate, Andrew. It was. And I think it was the kind of to go from the worst last week to the best this week was really quite something, and I think they deserve a lot of credit to a man. Every single player was out there, the manager, his coaches and everybody, that really answered some critics today. And saying answered critics, people were rightfully being critical of them, because that's what you do. You've got it, unless you critique things, you're never going to get better. Jules, talking to yourself is fine, Liam. It's when you disagree you have a problem. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be against all realms of possibility that I've had the odd disagreement with myself on these lives. It's possible, and it might happen again. Blip 212, bring on AFC and Everton. Izam from Indonesia. That's a new one. I like that. Indonesia. Paul Featherstone, we're back. Felt like it, mate. Geordie Tune for life. Jordan does say you're king of the wafflers. He does. He's a nasty man. Honestly. If he didn't work for us, I would call him plenty. Yeah, he would. You know, we love each other. We love each other. And Dom too. I think that's why it works. I think that's why you like us, guys. 200, just broke the 200 barrier. That's what I like to see. 200 people on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's not as cold as it has been here outside of St James's Park. Let us know what the weather's like where you are. Not that I'm that bothered, but just make conversation, isn't it? JJ away from Wallsend, working in Turkey, missed the place. In High Street yesterday, had a coffee at the Costa with Jordan. We ended up going there for half an hour after Eddie Howe, and I wasn't there, I just met him after it. I ended up sitting there all day. Well, totally buzzed off for on coffee. I can't have more than 2 cups. But while Wallsend, we'll love it. Jordan's a Burnside boy. I was going to go to Burnside, but went to George Stevenson in Kilmarnock instead, having been at High Farm and Reedsdale beforehand. So we've got Wallsend running through it as well. So it's good to hear from a fellow Wallsender. Blip 212, energy back in the game. Agree, Bill Railton. We've set the bar. Now the hard bit to maintain it. That's the biggest challenge in it. John Gordon, more of a threat, closing down defenders than Isak. Blip 212, keep that smiling face on. If that's to me, I'll try. Stephen Renthorpe, brilliant team performance. Man of the match, Joe Linton and Rob Beck. Thought Hall played really well. Shez, hey Jules, I think you're all saying hello to each other, and that's good to see in the Geordie Journals community. Paul Featherstone, great work from War Flags. The Gordon tribute was great timing in it. I think it helped with him. I think it did help him. Where are we? Idle spin, well played, taking 2 points off the cheats from Liverpool. Well, we'll try. I don't think Newcastle United are going to be involved in conversations at the top end of the table, the very top, but it'll certainly help out Arsenal and Liverpool taking points off Manchester City. David Bartel, so pleased that Gordon looked back to his best. He did. Impressed by Hall, hopefully makes that left back spot his own. Liam, what's your opinion of Bruno's captaincy, seeing it live, influence on players, etc.? Worthy captain or still growing into the role? Definitely still growing into the role. I wouldn't say he definitely earns it, or has even backed it up with his performance much at all this season. However, I said it last season, I think they would have been missing a trick, not making a player of that ability and that level a captain. I think he will grow into it. I think he's a really good player, top player who can make the captaincy and grow into this leadership role. He's been a captain before, and I think he will be. I think he'll be a really positive captain for Newcastle United, but we're not quite seeing that yet. We'll put the brake on the accelerator again. The name is a Father Ted quote. Okay. I know Father Ted. I've watched it. Obviously, I wouldn't say I'm a Father Ted aficionado, but thanks for explaining it though. Davey, Eddie, much improved, great attitude, deserves draw. Geordie Tune for life. Brentford 1-0 against West Ham after a minute. Buemo. I always wondered if Newcastle United had signed in the summer. Bruno might have ended up eating him. If you get that one, you'll know what I'm on about. Tony, oh, I love that. Tony Timebridge, Fraud Watch Ambassador. Much better, Liam. It was, Tony, really was. John, that game is the standard this season from now on. It has to be. Idle spin. Oh, go on now, Father. Connell, Hooley. We're always a much better team when Eddie's pragmatic. We need to play like this against all the teams. It goes wrong when he tries to move away from it. We don't have a team to play how he wants to. Interesting. Let us know what you think of that comment and others in the comments. Salu Habib, apologies if I haven't said that correct. Sponsor me, please, from Nigeria. No, Salu. Sponsor us, the Geordie Journos. I'm not sponsoring you, dafty. I'm only kidding. Waldo, thanks a lot for watching from Nigeria anyway, to be fair. I hope it's a bit nicer weather than it is here. It's not cool, but it feels like it's going to rain. I think it could be a rainy afternoon on Tyneside. But if you're in the pub enjoying that one, you'll not mind too much. Waldo Gordon was Jamie Vardy yesterday. Yeah, I can see it. Blip 2-1-2, great attack. But we missed that predatory centre forward. Well done, Murphy, today. Murphy was disciplined because some of his final ball stuff wasn't perfect, but it was good. Just looking to see if anybody's coming out from the Eddie Howe press conference yet. There's Jordan, of course, and Dom will be in there. 177 of you guys watching. Do like it. There's little ways you can donate to the lives. It keeps this ticking over. I hope it's not blurry and fuzzy, and I hope I'm actually making sense to you guys out there. But I try my best on these things. I'm just watching Joe Buck trying to set up over there. He's got all the proper kit. Never mind the Geordie journals. Right, where are we up to? John Headley. Well, that was better. I need that type of performance every week. 9546. Name and car for an edit? No idea. Was that me? No idea. Sorry. Geordie Crow F. Lewis Hall, AJ were fantastic today. Harlan was mute. Must still be in DB's pocket, Danburn's pocket. Yeah, it was. And like somebody kindly mentioned earlier, the only time Newcastle teams kept them quiet this season. All credit. Robert Thompson, toot. Away. Alex, our best performance of the season. Shares, anyone see how Pally, Howe and Pep were after the game? Now it's good to see. Pep knows class. Pep knows class. So when Pep says good things about you, you must be doing something right. I also love his look as well. He's such, honestly, not to go on too much about Pep, my little love affair with him, but I love his look. His CP company jumper on, he's just class. He's class. Alex, our best performance of the season. Saiza Thierry gets tied up. Tied up from where? You're not getting kinky here in me comments, are you? Let us know. Robert Thompson, hi from Cramlington. Hi, mate. Geordie 2 for life. Cramlington again. Oh, the Crammy boys are out. Joe Buck's a Crammy boy. Even though he tries to deny it now, he lives in South Shields, but he's a Crammy boy at heart as well. The Shields Gazette's Joe Buck. Blip 212, greetings from the space station. Hello up there. What we're saying, Tim C, with the gaffer in the stands, back Eddie, and we can compete on every game. Great point. There was no gaffer in the stands. Yasser El Ramayan was not here. Rob Beck tuned in from Kalgoorlie, Western Australia. Wow, that's out there. Thanks for your view, mate. Honestly, can't thank you enough. John Robertson, Eddie Howe, man of the match today. Papa on wings up the mags. Papa on wings, Australia. So you got the emojis out there. Cheers, mate. Calabi, Gervais. Greetings from Atlanta. Class. Chief Tracy Horse, Canterbury, Kent. God, yous are coming from all over the place. I love to see it. Just love to know where people are watching from. Tony Timebridge, greetings from Whitley Bay, Pride of the Northeast. Yes, represent. Love it. Robert Thompson, Crammy Massive. Class. Jules, Birmingham. Proper exotic Liam. No, it isn't. No, someone's got to live there, mate. No, only kidding. Right, looks like we've had, is that a donation? Is that a donation of some sorts? Love it. Anybody who's donated there, big shout. Doesn't actually tell us what you said, but honestly, whoever it was, thank you so much. John, today is a great advertisement of what can become a title contender in the near future. I'd love to think of it. Luis Miguel Muzel Figueiredo, Corinthians. Very interesting. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the view and the comment. Colton Connor. We got Rob, but let's focus on the next match. I wouldn't say that. That was a good point. Tim C, that's Eddie's strongest team with Isak included. Northumberland Rockhopper, greetings from Afghanistan. Hey, honestly, we're full of crack in the comments today, and I love to see it. LFC edits. What do you think for Liverpool v Wolves? They had a wobble, Liverpool, against Forest, but I've been really impressed by what I've seen from Arne Slot and his team. So it would be, I think it's going to be a walk in the park. A walk in the park for Liverpool. I think they'll finish. I do think they'll be not a million miles away from the top two, although I don't think they're quite there yet. I like the way the midfield's balanced. They're a very different team the way Jurgen Klopp used to have them set up. So really intriguing. It's good to see. Tony Timebridge, greeting from North Korea, Liam. I'm not sure anybody's been. Oh, you're being serious now. The space station, North Korea. Tell you what, that's some reach from the Geordie journal. It's like, we must be doing something right. Geordie Team for Life, Brighton Reserves, Chelsea 0, Brighton 1. Paul Featherstone, nice to see Trippier leadership returning. We haven't seen enough of that for some time. He was barking orders out in that first half. It was a real leader's performance, and I was loving it myself. I mentioned it to the lads. Thanks for the little sticker there. Oh, love Hawk, love you too, mate. The Bearded Toon fan. Gordon looked how good was Tonali today. Gordon looked good. How good was Tonali today? And Murphy, I agree with all of those. Geordie Toon for Life. Greg Norman, the Great White Shark Golf. I was here, part of the Live Golf with his black and white scarf, and I did see that. We were looking, it was like, who's that? It is, it's Greg Norman. So I'm glad that got confirmed. It looked like him, the little bit on the screen that I'd seen. Geordie Z, greetings from the International Space Station. Again, hello. Can you hear me up there? I hope you can. Hey, Tony Timebridge, been a while. Hope you're well. Craig Foggin, I'm over the moon with that result. After the Fulham game, couldn't be more contrasting. Jules, hope the Longstaff Brigade pipe down now. I'm not in the Longstaff Brigade, I'm the opposite. I think anybody who watches this knows. Mark Milton, why would anyone want how out? Tony Timebridge, all good. Paul Featherstone, did Al Ramayan come to see Eels and discuss next steps? Al Ramayan, my understanding, as I mentioned earlier, is Al Ramayan was not at St James's Park today, and I do not believe that he headed to the northeast as had been expected. Make of that what you will. Where are we? John Isak should be on the left going forward. Gordon was like a wasp today, didn't give City back for a minute's piece. He was excellent. He was excellent today. Mark Middleton, how do you think Lewis Hall played today? Excellent again. I thought Lewis Hall, his defensive stuff isn't his strong suit, but he really shined. Oh, there's Anthony Gordon there. Can you not be able to get him? Went away, I tried. 89 likes, 162 years on. How well, lads and lasses. Give it a like. Darren Mills, top class performance from the lads. That's the mindset going forward. Geordie 2 for Life. Geese scored for Palace away at Evan. That's his price going back up. Ali B 1, Tonali Hall, Gordon Byrne boss today. J7 before he got tired. Murph with some great runs. Quiet one for Barnes. Trips leadership performance. Man of the match Gordon. Performance, the occasion, the relief. Agree. Colin Morton much better. Season starts now. Correct. Ryan Wardman. Newcastle United is making moves. Let's hope so. Blip 212. Come on, guys, get the likes in. I agree with that, mate. Thanks for the support. Geordie 2 for Life. Red hot in the house. Jules Liam. I'm the annoying person on Steve's channel about your lighting. Yes. Oh, right. No, I do. I would be all colours. I used to find it hard to get the lighting right, but hopefully you can see us here. There's no need for lighting in amazing Tyneside weather. Jim H. Oh, I don't even know what that means. Stop getting strange. Mark Middleton, Cockermouth, Cumbria. It was raining, but now the sun is out. Great result today. I just hope we continue this form. Always felt like something could happen today. So many good performances. Class. Tony Timebridge. Where are we? Ali B. I think the fact we defended higher left less caps. It certainly did, actually. That's the big difference. And I thought that was really telling from minute one how high Dan Byrne was. It made a big difference. Dave, we're going to seriously miss Trips if he goes in January. I agree, actually. As Waros online, Gordon proved he can play in different positions. Felt like it today. Natalie Wilkinson, we need to give props to Trips. I feel like all the team played really well for the badge and the fans today. They did I think that's a really important point. I think everyone to a man today really put it in. Give absolutely everything. Trippier led from the front. He was a proper captain today, even though he didn't have the armband. Oliver Wood, what made the difference in performance levels today? I think the system was tweaked. I think the way Newcastle defended, not only did they press from the front reasonably aggressively, they also did it aggressively from the back as well and closed up those gaps as mentioned by a previous commenter. Natalie Wilkinson proud watching it. Where are we at? Nick M, it's almost bedtime here in Thailand. But that performance will give me a good night's sleep. First time for a while I've been on your live after the match game, but your GGs are keeping it real. We'll try, mate. We'll try and have a bit crack with you guys and have an bit of interaction. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but we're nominated for an award, a national award. So I think I've put it in the description that you can vote for us. So please do. Please vote for us. No, it'll be nice. We don't need that recognition. We get enough recognition of you guys, but we only do this as part-time, and we're up against some huge channels and full-time YouTubers and people who actually do this as full-time jobs, whereas all we do is we just do it as a little bit of a sideline, and it isn't always professional, but we'll try our best. Tim C, that's Eddie's strongest team. Geordie 2 for Life. I got the Bruno Eaton joke. I like it. Yeah, it was crap, but you know, You know, I can do better. Tony Timebridge, got to change my nuggets, my brackets name to friend of the channel. Oh, Tony, lots of friends of the channel. You can join. Don't worry about that, mate. Don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, I don't think many people will either. Kalibi Juris, Murphy is a right squad player now, has a performance in him and can cause danger. Geordie 2 for life, South Shields, half bloody man, and boo! Oh, you're not, man, just because you're from South Shields. Jordan even lives there. I lived there for a while, and I'm actually the editor of the Shields Gazette. So, we don't want Mackhams on here. Get out if you're a Mackham. Ali B1, I cursed Haaland today. Added him to my FF team on purpose. You're welcome. You shouldn't do that. Never back against the tune. That's always my little thing. Never do it. Gwip, hello from Birmingham. All right, mate. Tim C. Greg Norman is a Geordie with his scarf on. Monk Seaton Mags. Up the Monk Seaton Mags. Shares the Brummies are well enforced today. Nice to see. Sutty 79. Liam, what was your preferred three in midfield based on those that played those positions? I wouldn't change from these three. The way they played today, I thought was an excellent performance, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Tonali get a run of games if big if he's actually fit. Grip thought Murphy had a great game too. Yes, I thought he was really disciplined. Alessandro Minetti, good point today. What do you think of Gordon up top? I thought he was great, mate, really did. Dumbleby 33, number 1 fan. Hi mate, today I met Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, what a guy he is though. He's a top guy, so I'm sure he was lovely. He's always lovely to us anyway, always lovely to the Georgianos. Lucky Buck. Enjoyed the game this morning. How are you, the lads? Shares, you from Brighton. Thanks for tuning in. Right, there's only 139 of you left. You're dwindling. You're moving away. So I think I'll probably have to do the same. Got to go and do some work. Lovely Saturday afternoon. Nice these early games, especially when you get something. It means you can enjoy the rest of your day. So I'll spin. I'll let you see a little bit of the place we all love. The place that holds a special place in my heart, and I'm sure it does your heart. Spilled so much love, passion, emotion, all here, and there was lots of that today from Newcastle United, Eddie Howe, and particularly Anthony Gordon. Fantastic. I'll let you have a little spin around to see the place we all love, and thank you so much for everybody who commented, liked, subscribed, give a little bit of money, give a thanks, whatever, and we'll be back with Dom Skirt and Jordan Cronin later on this afternoon for a full analysis video where we'll talk about what Eddie Howe said, any injuries, and also analyse that performance a bit and what we expect on Tuesday. Thanks so much for everybody for getting involved today, and this is the place that you love. See you later.